We are the Israelites. More proof. Okay, there's a video that I'm only 5 minutes in of a 22-minute video, 45-second video put up by Sarnetta, brother Aleem Bey. And I remember him way back in the 90s. Show, I used to go to the law classes, show and prove through DNA markers that we are the Hebrews, the Hebrew, the Moors, and the Kemites. Now, Kemet means anyone that comes from Ham, which is the second son of Noah, or Nawak, which means comforter. Ham means hot. They live in a hot continent, right? Now you had a lot of Israelites that even before 70 AD, that they had communities in, I got to do a class on that, in Egypt and other parts of Africa. So what made Africa great? The Israelites. Anyway, what made so-called Egypt great? Joseph, a Hebrew, the father of Manasseh and Ephraim. Manasseh being the older boy, Ephraim being the younger of the two, but the birthright went to Ephraim. Ephraim was a bigger in numbers than Manasseh. So this, all you got to do is watch this video. I don't have to say too much. He breaks it down. He goes into the Hepler group, the E1B1A, the E1B1B. Now he says the E1B1B, he says that's Esau, descendants of the Edomites. So there's more proof out there. And then you see that's all these Kemetic people are talking about. They can't say nothing without mention. They can't go any further than mentioning Hebrews or the Israelites, because we are those people. We are those people. And this is overwhelming. The Moorish community, Dr. Leem says the Moors come from the Hebrews, the Israelites, and the Moors are just a name. I'm not going to go on all into the history. I'm not a historian when it comes to the Moors. The Moors were made famous in Spain. They made Spain great. The Moors, the sciences of the Moors and so forth. But you got to understand this. You had Moors. Moors did not just embrace the religion of Islam. You had Moors that followed the law statutes of the Most High, that were Israelites, that followed the laws of Moses, as they say. Then you had some that, were Mohammedans that followed the religion of Islam. There's a famous movie come out in the 50s called El Cid. Everybody should watch that movie. And when you watch that movie, it's starring this guy, what's his name? Damn. The guy, the original Planet of the Apes, Charlton Heston. He played Rodrigo de Vavar. Rodrigo de Vavar. Vavar was a place in Spain. Now, this guy that played him, it was an actual story. The name that was given to him by the Emir was El Cid, or El Said, which supposedly means the Lord. Like in Hebrew, you got Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, then you got Adawanya. Adawanya means like a landlord, or somebody that's over you in rank. You call him your Lord, not that you're calling them the Most High or the Messiah. You call them Adawan. So El Said, correct me if I'm wrong, is like a name of a high-ranking guy. And this is what the Emir gave to him, because they were all Israelites. They showed you that in the movie, what was the name of it? The Robin Hood story, but the one where Morgan Freeman was in the movie, and Cosner. What's this guy? Something Cosner. He played Robin Hood, but they were all Jakes. And they showed you how the Arab-looking Ishmaelites, they wanted to cut the hands off of Robin Hood, the Hood, and the Moor, which was played by what's this guy? Morgan Freeman, which by the way, Morgan Freeman is a Nigerian for you ISUPK brothers. Jim Brown, the famous Jim Brown, you know, played for when he played for the NFL, he became an actor. He's a Nigerian. All them famous people that you see in the movies, singers and stuff, a lot of them are Nigerian that you would think are Jakes. So the Nigerian people, for the most part, the people of West Africa are Jakes. So anyway, watch the movie, the one with Kevin Costner and Morgan Freeman. Let me do this. Let me go to Kevin Costner, all right? Kevin Costner, list of movies. Let's go to movies. List of movies. I can tell you what movie it was. He made a lot of movies. Okay, movies. Let's go to movies. See what happens. They made a lot of movies. Where the hell is it? Bear with me for a minute. Okay, here it is. Here it is. There it is. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, came out in 1991. And when the movie came out, it was myself, it was High Priest Ariah, and it was a brother named Rahab. We went out there. We got together. It was the middle of the day or whatever. We weren't doing nothing, but we went and saw the movie together. And we were critiquing the movie. And in that movie, you had co-starring Morgan Freeman. He played the Moor. So showing you that the Moors were not Arabs. The Moors were so-called black people in Spain. In Spain, they spoke classic Spanish, and the word Moor just means dark skin or black. Puerto Rican person, Dominican person called you a moreno. So there was no such people as the Moors. You got these Moors, they'll say that we're the Moabites. No, you're not the Moabites. You're not the Moabites. If you was a Moabite, guess what? Your future is slavery. You were the Israelites. So you see this individual here. Let me bring it back. If I can find it, where the hell? Bear with me for a minute. Let me just find it again. They do it this way. Saw. Netta. Okay. Bear with me for a minute. Okay, here it is right here.
Had E1B1A. Now, how is this? So we seen the E1B1A within the Moors connected to,
which makes them Israelites.
The Egyptians connected to the Hebrew.
Those Israelites that mingle, they sing a seed among the Egyptians. All right. Anywhere we go, we mingle our seed. So you're gonna have people currently in Egypt today that are actually Israelites that you would mistake them for Egyptians.
Israelites is the same haplogroup. So this goes into detail and shows us specifically that they are all related. They are the same people. This is why they are the chiefs and the kings, the Moorish kings. They had the E1B1A genetics.
So you heard it. He's telling you that the Moors go back to the Israelites. They're Israelites. There was a what was that called? Iberian Peninsula. At one time, if you go to Google, they'll say the word Iberian goes back to the word Hebrew. So the Moors will call themselves Hebrews. Remember, you had Moors that practiced the law, statutes, and commandments and spoke Hebrew, and you had another group that spoke Arabic and other languages and embraced the religion of Islam. These people were all Israelites. The great Moors were Israelites. Just like we're called Negroes or African Americans, anywhere we go, they put it there. The Egyptians, the Mizraim, they refer to us as a Hyksos. We didn't call ourselves Hyksos. They called us Hyksos. And what does Hyksos mean, loosely translated? It means shepherd kings. We were shepherds. We're shepherds. And we had a high position, and it was the relationship between Joseph and the so-called Egyptian king at that time. There was love for that. We had high positions. When you had other Egyptians come up in power, they didn't acknowledge Joseph or the Israelites. So they said, let's put them into captivity before they, get with another nation and take us down. That's all in the scriptures. That's all in the scriptures. Let me do this. E1, B1A. E1B1A how old is E1B1A? Haplogroup E1B1A, formerly known as E3B, represents the last major direct migration from Africa into Europe. We went from the 5 journeys, they say it's 3, it was 5 journeys that Paul took, 3 major journeys, one up into Europe, because there's Israelites up in Europe, some that knew to do with Israelites and some that didn't know to do with Israelites. And the Israelites were going back and forth to Africa, to Europe, back to strangers. That's what the law of the strangers is all about. Anywhere we went, we made that particular place great. Represents the last major direct migration from Africa into Europe. It is believed to have first appeared in the honor of Africa approximately 26. This is BS. The universe is not even 14,000 years old. And dispersed to North Africa and the Near East during the late Paleolithic, meaning old stone, and Mesolithic periods. Doesn't tell me much. Doesn't tell me much. E1B1A. It's giving me a lot of, I don't want to do all this reading. I mean, you can read this if you want to. If this is not even, okay, this is obviously written in Spanish. Okay, this project was established to study the spread and distribution of haplogroup E1B1A, also known as EV38. I'm not no scientist, so If you say you don't know that, you don't know all that much about the Iwa, you goddamn right, I don't know. And subgroups throughout the world, we were scattered throughout the whole planet Earth. One precept that come to mind is Isaiah 11. Another one, Deuteronomy 28:64. The primary purpose of the haplogroup E1B1A project is to research the phylogeny for the, I gotta look that up, for this subclad of haplogroup E. We encourage all members to test with big Y for the deepest relevant S and P, is the DNA test, for greater haplotype identification. So they're saying the big Y. What was the big Y all about? Let me come down. We improve our knowledge of genealogical events and of the locations where your ancestors originated from in Africa. We didn't originate from Africa. We originated from the Middle East. If you have questions about more advanced testing, please contact our project administrator. So you got guys that are, doing the little testing, But anyway, it's gonna make this short. With that, I'm gonna say shalom on to the next one.